Rodrigo is here with two of his players, Alex Westbrooks and Etienne Donnet, and they just got chosen for the select of the NCAA. They're going to play Oklahoma at Michigan, and then Michigan will be playing Eastern Michigan, I believe, correct? So they would play the winner of that. Is that correct, or is it Central? I can't remember.
I think Central.
Central. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you wanted to do some opening statements, Rodrigo, and then we'll ask you some questions.
Yes. Obviously, super excited for the guys. I think we had a very interesting couple of years with COVID and half a season, no fall and all that stuff. And then when we have our first full season per se, the guys played the way they played, competed the way they competed, and we kind of earned the rights per se to go and keep competing. So very excited about that. Very, very excited, very proud of the guys, and now let's see how far we can go.
Rodrigo, can you just kind of talk about the draw and what kind of what did you feel like? Did you have any sense where you might go, and what do you know about Oklahoma?
I think a lot of us were hoping for Kentucky, and I just kept looking at the seeding. I said that I kept thinking that Kentucky was going to be a difficult place for us to go. To be honest with you, I thought that we were going to go to Tennessee at one point, but with the selection, you really don't know what's going to happen because there's so many factors of same conference, geographical. When we try to do the tennis draw, they really focus on regions. They try not to fly people too many places. And so, I was under the impression that it was going to be Tennessee, Ohio State, Michigan. I mentioned at one point, somebody was like, "Oh, you're crazy, you're never going to Michigan." But here we are, we're going to Michigan. So, Oklahoma is a tough team. I don't know much about them because, we never came close to playing them. But obviously started doing some research yesterday. They had a really good start to the season, and it looks like they maybe cool off a little bit, but hopefully they stay cool enough so we can go over there and take care of business and see what we do next round.
What do you feel like with this group that you need to do or can? I guess what do you feel like you can do with this group, and then what do they need to do well to accomplish that?
Yeah, so this is we're actually laughing a little bit about this. A few minutes earlier, this team is just resilient. We don't go away. In fact, I joke with the guys a little bit. We are kind of like the cockroach of a tennis team. We just step on us, we keep coming back, and that's what the team does. We just keep fighting. We fight all the way to the end, and that's kind of our strength. So we definitely have to keep that up. No doubt about it. And once you get to the national tournament like this, staying focused, staying hungry, and playing hard, staying healthy. And thank goodness it looks like we're healthy right now and playing really well. So we'll see how that goes.
What do you feel like has been the biggest key this season as far as for the success? You've had a lot of different players do different things. What's been the biggest key?
It's the team component. The chemistry that those guys have is off the charts. In fact, we're kind of talking about how it's a shame that we're not going to have anybody. I don't think we're going to have anybody selected to go to the individual tournament, which is after the team nationals. But I think that speaks volumes to how the team work together. We don't have a superstar per se, but everybody brings something to the table at some point or another. So the chemistry those guys have, obviously you guys are not around practice time all the time and, around the traveling and the trips and all that. But, these guys are like hanging out together all the time, laughing the entire time. So it's a really good chemistry, a really good group of guys that like each other a lot. And I think that plays a huge factor.
There's 9 ACC teams that made it, and but 3 had national seeds. So you guys are battle tested. Talk about the ACC gauntlet.
The ACC is such a tough conference in tennis. It's just incredible. There's not a really easy day. I mean, even for schools like that didn't make it, like a Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech just upset Wake Forest, the number 6 seed in the NCAA's. I think it's 6 seed. Georgia Tech upset them in the ACC tournament in the quarterfinals. I mean, so the depth of this conference is unbelievable. So, but like you said, it's a huge advantage for us because no matter who we play, we gotta play tough. We gotta be tough, and so hopefully we keep that up for the Nationals right now because we know there's no easy matches out there when you play in the ACC.
Rodrigo, how much do you think the ACC? How much does that? You mentioned the toughness. How much does it give your guys confidence though? Because they know that you can say a team is great, whatever, but they know what the competition you've been playing and the competition that faces them. I mean, how much confidence does it give the guys?
So the one thing about tennis, so a little bit talking about tennis first. Us tennis guys, we always try to compare. It's kind of like, oh, this team beat that team, so that means we can beat that team, and so we always talk like this. And on top of the ACC being such a tough conference, all of us in the ACC play a tough schedule. So we have known teams that play Oklahoma and beat Oklahoma. We're like, okay, so this team beat Oklahoma. So it gives an amazing amount of confidence. That as Nancy said, we're battle tested. We've done it all. We won plenty of matches without winning doubles. We won matches with injured players. We won matches winning doubles, and so like we feel ready. We feel ready for the challenge, and hopefully we can perform the day of. So, but right now we feel ready for sure. Oh, you're on mute again. Sorry.
We had talked a couple of weeks ago about the season and all the records and things that you guys have done. Now that you've made it, obviously you want to win and you want to advance, but now that you've made it, how much does that help kind of the brand moving forward?
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how much it helps because it's, in the recruiting world, the kids want to know your ranking, what you've done, and what you're doing. And you'd be amazed of how many people right now are just, answering emails that they never answered before or responding to messages they never responded before because they're seeing the things that we're doing over here. And so it has helped tremendously. But this is one thing I keep telling the guys all the time. I mean, it's tough to let's call it get into the top, but now it's way tougher to stay there. So those are the things that we really need to make sure we stay hungry, keep working on the things that work well, and keep working on the things that didn't work well, so we can get better. And like I said, with this group, I mean, we're losing 2 guys from this roster right now, but we feel like we have a good recruiting class. We're still going to have the core of the team coming back. So hopefully we can keep climbing a little more and then stay over there.
My last thing, can you just kind of brag on some of the guys? And it's been, you've had some changes in and out or whatever, but it's been pretty consistent, the guys that have played this year and played well for you.
Yeah, I mean, I can literally brag about everybody. This could be a 30-minute answer, but like, you got an MTEN who's this guy works so hard. He comes to practice 1 hour earlier to stretch and to do all his routines and be ready to practice. I haven't seen a week practice from the guy. And you got a guy like Tin Chen who's, last year, this guy is just working extremely hard. Josh, I mean, this guy is a workforce. I mean, to get him off the court, you have to battle the guy. You have guys like in the doubles or let me say about Matthew Fung, for example. This guy, he probably had one of the best falls from the team last fall, and I was expecting him to play 3 or 4 the entire season. Next, he has an elbow injury, he has to have an elbow surgery, and so he's basically out of the lineup to start. And man, he never skipped a beat. I mean, he supported teammates the entire time. He's always positive. He's always working hard. He's been helping us in doubles a ton. When we can, we plug him in singles, and he's gotten some wins. He beat UVA. He beat some really good teams. So the entire team is, like I said, I can brag about the guys the entire day, and they're just amazing guys. Alex Westbrooks, who is the captain of the team. The guy, he was thinking about graduating, and he came to me and says, "Man, like, this is so much fun that I want my 5th year back." And then, so he's coming back next year. So the chemistry is amazing. The way the guys are practicing is amazing. And I'm very lucky to be part of this group for sure.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Anything else, Jody?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Who do
All
you
right.
have up next here? Who's next to you there?
Want me to get?
I'll bring the players in. If we're done with coach, I'll bring the players in.
Okay, just do one at a time.
You're gonna do one at a time, because at
Yeah.
one point you said you're gonna do 2, so we can do one.
One at a time. Just it's easier on the camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
We'll bring Alex in first.
Thank you, Jody. Appreciate your support.
Yep. Hope to talk to you next week too.
Yes, absolutely. I know that would be nice. Hold on, let me get the guys real quick.